Hi, welcome back to My Cup of TV with Jenny,
JD,
Erin and Kat.
Little surprise video today. It's a surprise for Erin.
What?
So there's a rite of passage that everyone has to do. Well, you don't have to, but it deepens your love and appreciation for the guys and where they came from.
No! I swear to God, if you're making me watch the Hardships video today, no, I'm not doing it.
So we're going to watch the Hardships?
I'm not doing it.
Do you want RJ?
Yeah, unbox RJ.
Okay, so Erin's been given the necessary equipment to watch
Where are
this
the
video.
tissues?
Just in case.
What do you mean, just in case? You've met me, haven't you?
Yeah.
So I haven't watched these for ages, actually.
I don't imagine it's something like, do you know what I fancy?
Yeah, no, but so xceleste did an original one a little while ago, and then she did an updated one. So I suppose it makes more sense to watch the updated one. But yeah, it's quite good. Like I said, you don't have to, but it's
What do you mean you don't have to?
you do
have to.
You do have to.
They
You don't have to. But it's basically what I mean is there's not. I don't agree with the certain amount of snobbery around if you don't know everything, then you're not an RB. That's bullshit. But if you do want to know the story, the backstory of where BTS came from, it can absolutely help you deepen your appreciation for what they've done and whatnot. Also, this is obviously BTS's story, but it is representative of a lot of hardships that a lot of idols go through, especially if they come from smaller agencies that don't have any money. They work their asses off, and a lot of the time they just get a lot of hate and it doesn't work out and they don't get prioritised, and certain things, you know, on music bank videos, and they get cut and edited out and whatnot. So this is also a really good insight and look into what other some other idol groups from smaller labels can go through.
Yeah.
But I don't I don't personally believe in, you know, like the snobbery around, oh, if you don't know everything then you're not ARMY. Not at all. But this is very fascinating to learn their story and yeah, get a deeper appreciation of them and what they've been through and what they stand for.
We've already filmed one video today where these two both cried. Luckily, I am a strong person.
You're dead inside.
I am.
It's not the same.
So I can keep the video going. Well, I might die.
Yeah, right.
I can't read subtitles. I think I'm going to have one bit of my twirl now, and then one
Preempted
after.
sugar hit.
Yeah.
This video was not made in order to relive the sadness or to hold grudges against others. This video was
I
made
do
to
hold
remind us
grudges.
that BTS didn't rise to success without facing hurdles, and these events have created a stronger bond between BTS and ARMY. June 13, 2013. BTS were only able to debut because the scheduled performers cancelled. BTS was a filler. Even after debuting, they couldn't get much airtime. Their performances were either shortened, cut from broadcasts, or not uploaded for online consumption, due to their company's lack of clout at that time.
저 당시에는 우리가 막 방송을 마음대로 못 깔 때예요. 그렇지. 방송을 막 사람 닫혀 있으면 우리 못 나가고 그럴 때도 있었어.
저때 한밤에 이게 나오게 된 게 되게 약간 우리가 막 그랬었어. 그때 그랬어요.
되게 중요한 거고.
신기한 거고 되게 약간 원래 그렇게 다른 인터뷰 잘 안 해주시는데 막 그때 그런 기분이 나요. 저희를 구원해 주신 거죠?
From sleeping in one bedroom to using their own staff as extras, to recording an album in a garage. These were just a few things BTS experienced early on in their careers due to their company's limited budget.
지드래곤 선배님이 막 말 걸으신 거 있잖아요. 옷에 쓰이는 거 무슨 뭐냐고.
Heard of G-Dragon.
완전 그렇게 페인팅 해가지고 먼저 올라가지고 말을 못하게 됐어.
Because some of the members came from an underground rap background, but ultimately chose the path of becoming idols, they were often disrespected.
사실 남준이가 언더에서 활동을 했다고 이제 그런 사람들이 많아요. 아이돌로 올라가서 나는 언더그라운드 활동을 했던 사람이다 하고 언플이라고 흔히 하잖아요. 그러면은 이제 언더 매니아, 힙합 매니아라고 하는 사람들은 그런 거를 당연히 안 좋게 보죠.
아 쟤네 음악도 안 하고 그냥 회사에서 시키는데 노래 받아서 춤이나 추는 것들이 무슨 가수냐, 이나 무슨 아티스트냐, 저런 애를 더 이상 나오면 안 된다.
A rapper told RM and Suga that they were on the right path, but strayed away and were no longer considered real rap hip-hop artists, deeming them girls for wearing makeup.
방탄소년단에 대해서 사실 뭐다 찍어서 말하고 아이돌을 보니까 네 맞습니다. 힙합이 아니까 방탄소년단이 무대에 올라갔을 때뭐 이제 분장을 한다는 거, 또 메이크업을 하는 거 이제 어떤 힙합과 충돌되는 부분이 있을 것 같은데 이 여자
BTS
How do they
were
hold their
being told
temper?
by
I would have
several
lost my
people
shit.
they would never make it because they came from a small agency. Big Hit Entertainment was at one point near bankruptcy and didn't have the financial power to promote and push BTS the way other companies could with their own groups.
Bless them. They're so
In
cute.
2014, Suga shared his story about battling depression since pre-debut days. Suga continues to discuss and bring awareness to mental health through his work. Until now, BTS has continuously been transparent about their darkest thoughts and feelings, not just through their music, but also their very public personas. February 2014, BTS were accused of copying the schoolboy concept for Boy in Love, which came out shortly after another group released their music video. Even though the concept is a popular choice amongst young
I was gonna
boy
say.
You
bands.
can't copy
April 2014. During a variety show, the host confronted them about this plagiarism accusation.
수어와 겹친 교복 패션 왜 하필 입니까? 원망 있나요?
저희가 말씀드린
얘기 천천히
그리고 저희가 이거 사랑의 학교 선물장의 마지막이었어요.
예.
그래가지고 나 언제 한번 교복을 입겠다라고 생각을 했는데 그게 되게 유명한 시기가 겹쳐가지고.
Throughout their careers, they've
Don't
been
claim school
constantly
uniform.
criticized for plagiarism, often for outfits, props, concepts, and hair colors that are ordinary not just in K-pop,
a
but
hair
the
colour?
extensive world of visual arts.
a hair colour.
November 2014, hashtag kick out J-Hope BTS trended on Twitter, calling J-Hope ugly and untalented. The trend became popular enough that their friend and supervisor from their reality show American Hustle Life, Tony Jones, tweeted out saying, "Every member is needed and talented." Jin stepped in by telling
How could you... If you don't like someone, fine, whatever. But can you imagine him sitting there reading and then even then thinking to himself probably, should I go? Am I adversely affecting the others?
he did.
Because
He did. He went to go. JK wouldn't let him go.
there's absolutely... What? How can... and they'll sit there, those people, and they will sit there and call themselves fans still now.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
now they're
It's disgraceful.
yeah.
I'm so angry.
All the ones as well, like the rapper who was saying to them like, "Oh, well, you're not real rap because you just wear makeup like girls." They ate their words. Trust
I
me.
don't know how they
Trust
contain
me.
their tempers.
Then people be grovelling now.
Because I wouldn't say I'm a violent person, but
Yeah.
I would have been across that table saying I don't hit like a girl.
They acted with such class. They really held themselves, which is amazing.
armies to cheer up and that all of them were working hard. Armies got together and trended hashtag J-Hope You're Perfect to comfort him. May 2015. BTS finally won their first music show with their song I Need You 2 years after their debut,
OM's
but
face.
were accused of sajeki. This is when companies buy back albums to boost external
Yeah,
sales
because Big Hit really had that kind of money.
Yeah.
but this was when the company was barely surviving financially, making the claims groundless. May 2015. V was accused of mocking another idol group after they won a music show and were accepting the trophy. People began to send him death threats, however, he wasn't mocking them at all. V was known to be a fan of this group and was singing their song out of excitement. He apologized on Twitter for the
Shouldn't have to
misunderstanding and
apologise.
provided screenshots showing that he would always listen to this song before bed.
I don't
July
even care.
2015.
Death threat.
BTS abruptly halted their concert, The Red Bullet, in New York due to death threats towards RM. All
Why?
related fan activities were also subsequently cancelled. Attendees of the show were forced to leave the venue, where there was a strong presence of security and police at the scene.
Sorry. We love you.
also received another death threat for another upcoming show in Mexico later that month. July 2016, people began to debate over alleged misogynistic lyrics and tweets from BTS. This led to the members and the company reflecting back on their actions. BTS's agency, Big Hit Entertainment, responded with an apology and a promise to do better.
Was this over
Consequently,
War of
the
Hormone?
band grew from
Yeah.
this lesson
There's
and
nothing wrong
have
with that
since
song.
released feminist overtures such as 21st Century Girl,
My
and in
favourite
2019 responded to their 2014 single Boy in Love with
But I don't think they should have to write a song to
collaboration
prove
with Halsey.
something.
RM has said that since the incident, he pays closer attention to the lyrics he writes, reading newspapers and books to study the social phenomena. After he finishes writing lyrics, he consults experts of women's studies to objectively examine the lyrics. May 2016. During their epilogue concert, aunties began to use the hashtag plagiarism Boy Scouts. Multiple
So that was made, the efforts and the petition and literally other fandoms, and this is where you get toxic fandom wars, which are so stupid and pointless, considering that all these groups like each other and everyone can have like so many groups and multi-fandom, multi-stands, all that. But they started this at that time. Other fandoms were looking for ways, any way possible, to tear them down. So even if it was, like you say, they were like War of Hormone and Boy in Love, it's fine. Like we all knew it was like tongue in cheek and it was joke and it wasn't. They didn't really mean it. Things like that. And also it was very the concept. It matched the concept at the time and the cultural context. It was correct. That things like that, but. They weren't meaning it that way, but it was anyone clutching at straws to take their words and twist them. They were looking for any ammunition to stop their popularity. So
Boy in Love, it's the video that I have an issue with.
The song.
Not the song. And
but again, that's very tongue-in-cheek K-drama. I'm gonna
and again,
grab
I
you
don't
by the
think
wrist and
they'd
it's
make
all
the same video now.
They wouldn't.
No, they wouldn't.
But also, again, that's what they put out there. But they release all the behind the scenes stuff and you can see that that's not how they
They are.
But literally that stuff is happening even today in K-dramas. But people don't make petitions about those. It was literally clutching at any straw to bring BTS down is why they did it.
And people don't make petitions about the American rappers who I would say are far more misogynistic
Exactly.
than BTS.
So it was
this video is going like quite fast through some of the stuff, but you think that is mocking someone. Okay, die. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Are there not several thousand other
extremes.
steps between that?
Yeah.
What on earth is wrong with people that they think that's acceptable to do to anybody?
Yeah.
I'd also like to know more. They said that they stopped a concert.
Their Red Bullet tour. Their first ever big international concert.
To me, there must have been more than just a threat for them to do that, because they now they must still get.
Yeah, there must have been like a real, like an identifiable threat.
Yeah, and also at the time I don't think they had the sort of money to up the security. So it's like, we can't up the security, therefore we can't guarantee their safety.
How can you then get up on a stage? That the psychological impact that's going to have. And you know what? Not only on him and the others, their parents.
Yeah.
Their parents are going to have to want their kids to fulfill their dreams, but know that there are people out there, like, as annoyed and upset as they would be. Can you imagine being J-Hope's mum and someone saying that like your child, and you can't stop in, you can't do anything, you can't protect them from it?
Yeah,
it's just horrible.
Especially when I consider how it can be for us to get a negative comment, especially if it's aimed at you directly. And how that can bother you. Amongst 100 great comments, that one will bother you, and then to get it on that scale.
Yeah. I mean, Army's always been really cool that their answer to it has always been to drown it out with, and I think that's why you can see, obviously, even now today, when you see this culture of which I don't always agree with. I have to say, like, mass voting just on principle. Like, you should obviously vote if you know, for them to win an award because you think that they deserve it over other artists because of that music and things like that. But you can see where that culture of ARMY saturating those things came from, and it was usually in a response to things like this. So therefore it was this community that was created of, like, we must drown out the negative by banding together and doubling up
a protection.
on the, and so that's why you can see where that is now today, and that still is very prominent. Although now you're like, okay, they don't need as much protection because luckily these things are not happening anymore. But well, like you say, probably still, but luckily they have the security and things like that, and But this was just any clutching at any straws to try and stop that train that they were on being, because they just stuck to their guns of this is what we stand for, this is what we're going to write about. And obviously that had a big effect, because otherwise they wouldn't have got popularity. Big Hit didn't have the money to buy votes and things like that.
Right,
so
to buy albums.
To buy results, so it was just clutching at straws, which is quite honestly just so pathetic.
Fandoms teamed up to trend this hashtag in Korea. BTS saw this, and the media latched on. June 2016. During the variety show Flower Crew, Jungkook arrived at the filming location with a bag of hamburgers for his cast members, hoping to break the ice. One of the cast members made rude comments and turned Jungkook's offer away. BTS has since filmed another variety show with the same host, and spirits seem high. September 2016. Antis made yet another project called Brave Wings Project to try to sabotage their comeback in October. The project was caught and stopped once comments on YouTube broadcasting the project were put on blast. Wings then went on to sell 16,000 units in its first week, appearing at number 26 on the US Billboard 200 chart, setting the then highest record for a K-pop album and making BTS the first and only K-pop act at that time to log 3 entries on the Billboard 200. Because of this, Antis took strategic pictures of non-ARMYs and claimed that there was no line in stores that sold physical albums. October 2016.
Just like better with your
During
time.
the Busan One Asia Festival, fans were told a couple hours before the broadcast that BTS were no longer appearing because one member was absent from an injury. Even though a countless number of fans were already present at the event venue and BTS was ready and willing to perform. BTS ended up performing for the fans who attended the event and waited all day, but it was at the end of the event with leftover confetti, no proper lighting, and no cameras rolling. Their performance was not broadcasted and only fan cams were taken. October 2016, during BTS's Blood Sweat...
Pause a minute again. I'm glad they only showed a short clip.
How can you be so rude to someone?
JK would have broken me there.
Yeah. That's
and to see him hugging that guy.
Yeah. Oh.
Do you know what? If I was
JK's class, man.
JK is. But if I was RM or Big Hit, I would have said they are the biggest group in the world. They will not be appearing on your show.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. I've seen.
They'll go to all the rival shows.
Seen RM talking about it, and his jaw clenches.
You will never.
Yeah.
Have an interview. That's how I would do it because.
So that was a reality show with different people and different different artists, actors, TV presenters, things like that, and they were just. It was one or two of them were really shitty. The other ones were fine, but it was one or two of them who were the loudest that were.
You say they were fine. Did they stand up for JK?
No, and this is it. This is it. But JK, he's the Mungnae, so he was the baby on that show.
Yeah.
And in Korean culture, the Mungnae it's usually the older ones that buy food for the little ones, but the young ones will get the cutlery for the table and they'll do little bits of be like service and be like to be help. And he was late. He wasn't late, but he was the last one arriving to the set. And he said that he stopped and got them lunch and everything because again, friendly offering, things like that. And they were just being really shitty about it. And that's one of the clips that I watched, and I'm like, I want to punch you in the fucking face.
If that's what they said in front of a camera,
Yeah, literally,
what the
yeah.
hell will they treat him
Yeah.
like?
Oh,
off
he was left sat there, and he was like, "No, they're really good. I promise, they're not leftovers." Like, oh, literally, it
Shouldn't have to like.
It's so
beg
horrible.
to show appreciation.
Yeah.
Even, do you know what? Even if you don't like what someone has given you, if you get
Yeah.
something and I don't like it, I'm gonna say thank you very much. I'm not hungry now. I'll have it later.
Yeah, yeah.
Or I would try and have a bite of it.
Even if he had brought you leftovers, he brought them for you. He could have kept them.
Yeah, but no, that's one
Like
of
I
the
said,
things that
if-
makes us really angry.
If I was Big Hit or RM, I would have said no. They won't be back on that show.
Yeah,
Like I said, go to every rival show, but never go
How
on that
could
one.
you have the audacity to then like bring them like? Do you have any shame?
yeah.
And then and then to like tell people they're cancelled, and then I love them so much for just still going out there and
Performing
doing
anyway.
it for the people
Yeah.
that are there, but the mental drain that must have to perform,
Yeah.
knowing that.
And again, so knowing it's not finished yet, but knowing kind of what some of the things they've been through, and now when you see them turn up to like an award show and they fucking turn it into their own, you know what I mean? It's just makes you so much more proud. You're like, yes, that's a massive flex. You're like, that's right.
I just don't think.
But I'm that kind of grudge-holding, petty person that would be like, oh, you're doing this big show on this day. People that, like the ones that cancelled them, oh, okay, we're going to hold a free concert that day. We're going to stream it worldwide. Oh, it's at the same time as your show. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I'm the person that would do that.
But why is there that? Why is there need to like? I never get it. How has it helped any of those other people to treat them or other
hasn't.
groups like
It's come
that?
back to bite them in the arse
But
big
now
time.
it's come back to bite them in the arse. But say it hadn't,
Yeah.
and it had cancelled BTS, what would they have gotten from that?
Yeah, that's the thing. They're not genuinely sorry because they're sorry, because they look back on their actions and be like, oh, I was a bit of a douche then, I'm older and wiser now. They're sorry because now BTS are the biggest global stars in the
And
world.
they look
you're
bad
like,
now.
Yeah, exactly. I wish that you're right. I wish that they were just sorry for being sorry because they'd learnt not to be a shitty human.
And again, I'm one of these people who's like, hi, but you should buy every single one of these TV shows and cancel every single one of them.
Yeah. Hi, I'm your new boss.
Yeah.
We all have done dick behaviour, let's be honest. But you look back at it and you're like, oh, that wasn't great. I can't imagine watching this happen not in hindsight. Like, because we know where they are now. And we've seen what they've done and what they still can go on to do. And the revolutionising that they have done.
And that they're happy. Oh, chocolate.
That was for RJ.
Chocolate boob.
I didn't want chocolate on RJ.
I chocolate him, I keep him.
Okay.
But yeah, imagine living it and not knowing if they're gonna
Yeah.
survive and keep going.
Yeah.
And I genuinely mean some of the members if they're gonna survive, because that cannot have been some easy days.
I'm going to say someone did something mean to this beautiful sunshine man.
No, can't.
Sweat and Tears promotion in South Korea, BTS wasn't given a waiting room at the broadcast center. So the members made do and practiced, got dressed, and did makeup in front of the bathrooms. They would practice non-stop without resting, greeting other staffers who were going to the bathroom, and other idol groups would openly look down on them. This comment was left under a video uploaded by Wei, a member from Crayon Pop. Wei responded, "Yes, that's right. All I remember is their hard work and efforts. I especially haven't forgotten RM's voice practicing Japanese." November 2016. V made a heartfelt announcement during their muster that his beloved grandmother had passed away. Angie saw this as an opportunity to twist his narrative and intentions, sending him death threats and accusing him of using her passing as a ploy for attention. November 2016, Big Hit released a formal statement about taking legal actions regarding malicious rumors, false statements, and personal attacks against BTS. The company continues to pursue legal
The fact that I
actions
literally got
against
one of those
perpetrators
notifications this
to
week
this day,
on Weverse.
enforcing a strict no settlement and leniency policy.
Good.
November 2016. Fans of another group were upset that BTS won Album of the Year at the Melon Music Awards, claiming it was done out of charity and that miscalculations were made. They called Melon customer care, where an employee explained that the company's internal data proved that BTS scored higher. Audio of the conversation was released.
그거 이제 그 상에 해당하는 앨범들을 해가지고 계산한 게 있는데 그러면은 저희가 보는 거랑 뭐 멜론 내부에서 보는 거랑 그러면은 데이터가 아예 다르다는 소린가요?
아니요, 똑같으시고요. 거기에서 보셨던 거는 차트랑 그리고 스트리밍 그 실시간 그 앨범 자체가 나오고 나서 순간 차트에 대한 그런 데이터를 아시니까
그건 아닌 것 같고.
I like that they're blocking out the names of other groups, so not to start arguments again.
And it's not that group's fault that they have a crazy van.
Yeah.
I can't believe someone actually called to do this.
Mm.
That seems to be handling it very well.
Yeah.
February 2017. BTS were accused of plagiarism after their performance at the Gaon Chart Music Awards. The part in question was when the no-signal bars on screen resembled another group's past stage. To make matters worse, the creative director of the group in question created a post on Instagram with the captions, our hard work. And siblings of the group liked that post.
Can I point out?
Are you fucking stupid?
2017, I've seen no signal written on screens before 2017. Before this person is claiming they've created that whole thing.
Like,
For the first time ever. Like, what?
How can you plagiarise no signal? Like, are you stupid?
Yeah.
There's concepts that people can take and then redo in their own way.
The whole
and
no
that's-
signal thing and lines. I've seen
doesn't
that
mean you
done.
own that. You
Yeah,
can't.
if you're on a TV.
You can't completely copyright an entire concept.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can understand if you've done something and you feel that actually someone's lifted more than they should have from you, but by firstly fact check yourself and see what else has gone on.
Yeah.
Why choose them and why do it in such a shady our hard work? Like, either say I'm not happy, I think this was lifted. Don't be shady about it. Either outright say it and go to them. Don't spin a little shit on the internet and have other people
Go
do
talk
your
to
work.
your lawyer.
Yeah,
Like a grown-up.
Do you know what? And then I think any credibility that you have gone.
Yeah.
Bye bye. I don't know who you are, but
Because it's petty,
goodbye.
isn't it?
You're playing. You know what you're playing into.
Yeah.
Gaon Charts eventually posted an official statement in regards to the accusation, admitting that their own production team was in charge of the graphics, not Big Hit. BTS has not attended or performed at Gaon Chart Music Awards since.
Yeah.
Only pre-taping acceptance speeches. March 2017. Death threats were made against BTS, with their target being Jimin this time.
Why?
This threat happened during their world tour, and Big Hit addressed this threat, increasing security around the venues. December 2017. Fans of a different group were so outraged by the results at the 2017 Mnet Asian Music Awards that they filed a petition under the Blue House, the executive office and official residence of the South Korean head of state. They requested MAMA to be abolished because BTS won, crashing the Blue House petition website, which was meant for the South Korean citizens only, with traffic from overseas. May 2018, Jimin once again received death threats, this time during their Love Yourself tour in Fort Worth. Police tweeted soon afterwards that they were investigating the threat. November 2018. On November 7, a South Korean court ordered a Japanese company to compensate them for wartime labor during Japan's colonial rule of the Korean peninsula. The next day, Japan's TV's Asahi's music station announced that they have cancelled BTS's appearance on their show, slated for November 9th, due to a recently resurfaced screenshot of a member wearing a t-shirt depicting a photo of an atomic bomb and of Koreans celebrating their independence from Japan. The band subsequently became attacked by the extreme conservatives in Japan, and the news was picked up by the Western media.
바로 저 사건은 방탄소년단이 입었던 티셔츠가 직접적인 문제가 됐다기보단 그건 빌미였고 사실은 강제징용 배상 판결에 대한 이 보이콧을 하고 싶어하던 일본의 어떤 그 멘탈리티가 그대로 표현된 거다라고 생각을 할 수 있는데 그래서 그 5개 대륙에 그러니까 전 세계에 걸쳐서 살고 있는 특히 이제 한국 번역을 하는 한국 아미들이 주축이 돼서요 20몇 명의 아미가 온라인으로 모여서 이 사건이 도대체 어떤 정치적 배경에서 나왔는가 어떤 역사적 배경에서 출현한 건가 그리고 지금 그 전 세계에서 쏟아내고 있는 기사들이 어디가 어떻게 잘못된 건가 팩트 체크를 다 하면서 이 2차 세계대전에 대한 어떤 자료들을 다 모아서 백서, 화이트 페이퍼 프로젝트를 발간합니다.
영문으로 해서 저렇게 거예요?
예, 영문과 한국어 동시에 다 볼 수 있는데 분량이 166쪽 정도 돼요.
April 2019. During BTS's global press conference,
Are they saying that with what happened with the t-shirt, that armies got together and put all the information together to explain the situation in the document?
Yeah, so basically
in defence like of
the wearing the t-shirt, yeah. Basically I think it was just actually what was happening between Korea and Japan at the time. Japan had a bit of leverage to be what it appeared to be kind of petty or nasty towards Korea, and it was that at that time where Japan was not happy with the ruling, now this is between the governments, but BTS's tour was planned to like do appearances and shows around Japan, and they were like, well, we're going to cancel them because at that time obviously BTS is becoming a huge export of Korea, so it's basically there's just them not being happy from being held accountable for whatever they did during the war and having to pay compensation. That was one thing they had to be arsey about, is what it appears to be. So the armies made the paper basically saying, well, no one's perfect in this situation. Like, this is what happened and this is what happened, like from both sides and whatnot. But just, you know, that's why. I think also it just gives some context as to why that potential shirt could be available to purchase in Korea. From that perspective of this is why the shirt, and then also it's just a fucking shirt that someone's wearing. Like,
also they use the shirt as an excuse.
But then I can understand them if they find the shirt offensive. I can understand that, but then what you do is you contact them and you go, actually, this could be seen offensive by these people because of this reason. And then I'm sure someone like Jimmy would probably go, oh shit, that's not what I meant. Won't wear that again.
But you also don't know when he wore it, when that photo's from.
I think people were saying as well that Jimin were and the maker of the t-shirt, but again they were using it to target. It was Jimin that was wearing it. They were saying that he's basically wearing a t-shirt that's celebrating the death of millions of people for Korea to get its independence. It's like, no, it was a t-shirt celebrating the historical facts of that was Korea's the day they got their independence, and that is what led up to it. It wasn't celebrating the death of millions of people.
No, but
from a bomb attack.
I can understand the image of the atomic bomb being offensive to those people.
But then that's the maker of the t-shirt should take it off the shelf or whatever.
I wouldn't have bought a t-shirt that had the wording. Fine, a bomb on it. I personally wouldn't have.
But I think it's all about context, and it's not like he's bought it and worn it to Japan and been.
No,
But
that's not what that
we
is.
are coming from a position where we live in a country that we don't have an Independence Day because we've never had that. So therefore, we don't celebrate it in that. We don't celebrate anything like that. So if that is what your country does. And that's your patriotism, then why wouldn't you?